Ya comienza Artistas All Over the World con Verónica Alegre. Encontranos en IGTV y en YouTube.
Hello, my name is Verónica Alegre, and today we are in Artistas All Over the World. We have an international actress. Her name is Filipa Bernardino. She is an actress. She has her own YouTube channel, and she is also a veterinarian. How are you, Filipa?
Hi, Veronica. Hi, good evening. I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for inviting me to your program. It's a pleasure to be here with you and to have this small chat between us.
Thank you to you. So, when do you begin to act?
Oh, wow. I start acting really late in my life. So as you say, I'm a veterinarian. So this was the first job I had. And I started to dedicate myself to acting actually last year. I started with 38, so it's a little bit late, but I think acting has no age. So I started with a workshop. I did in Florence with the New York Film Academy. It was 1 week workshop, and it was an amazing experience. Yeah, it was great.
Mm-hmm. And what do you like most from acting?
Wow. I really like everything, but the thing I like more is I think acting is an opportunity to explore myself. I think by acting, I allow myself to know myself better, because we have to deal with emotions, with feelings. We have to learn how to control them, how to explore them, how to show them in a better way. And I think acting allows us to be ourselves in different characters. And it's really a feeling of freedom. You know, I feel free by acting. I feel like I can be whatever I want, and no one can judge me. You know, it's like a freedom sensation. It's great.
How nice. You are a very decided person, because you started to act and then you opened your YouTube channel. How was that?
Yeah, that was a crazy idea. You know, I think during this pandemic situation that all of us, we were closed at home, and we had to do something of our lives, and acting was definitely something I wanted to do, but we were all limited, you know, we were at home. So I start with some videos in Instagram and in my Facebook page, and then I said, why not YouTube? Why not a YouTube channel? And so, you know, I can spread my videos, and it was a nice experience, I have to say. At the beginning, I was a little bit worried, like, what are people going to say, you know? But it's a nice experience. I think we should all do that. All of us that want to give a message to the world. Why not?
Yes. And how is to do humor? I mean, from where do you get your inspirations?
I love humor. It's just, I love a really good comedy, because for me, comedy is if you are in the bad mood, if you are sad, you see a really nice comedy, and, you know, you just change your mood, and you just instantly happier. So I really like comedy, and I really like humor. So I write all the stuff I did in my videos. The inspiration comes from every day, you know, the people you meet in the supermarket, the people you meet on the streets, at work, you know, like it's a little bit of black humor, you know, sometimes. But I think people like that, you know, and it's Portuguese people, we have some characteristics, you know, that I try to show them on the videos, like, and I think it's funny. It's a funny way, you know, to see people.
Uh-huh. How is the characteristic of the Portuguese people in general?
In general, wow. I think we are definitely very warm people. You know, we love. I don't know how it's going to be after this pandemic crisis, because you know people are afraid of touching each other. You know, we are always keeping that 2 meters apart, but we are really warm. You know, we like to kiss and to hug, and we like to talk. We like to go out to, you know, all this. I think we are somehow happy. You know, we don't like to work that much. You know, I think we have like a saying, like, Portuguese people, they work so they can live, you know, like have money to go to the bar, to the restaurant, you know, to have a good life. And for instance, if you go to Germany or the North countries in Europe, they live to work, you know, like work, and like money. And we are just not like that. We are relaxed, I think. Let's see after this period if things go back to normal. Let's see.
Yes. And for example, with your videos, do you write your own videos or do you improvise them? How do you plan that?
No, I write them. I write them before, but there is always some improvisation in the middle, because it's like sometimes I have the idea and I discuss it with my sister, because she's the one behind the camera, and sometimes she gives also her tips. Oh, I think this word is better here and there, so she composes sometimes a little bit. And then during acting, sometimes I remember something in the middle. I say, oh, this is nice, this will be nice to be said. So we improvise a little bit. So yeah, it's nice. It's really, really nice. Yeah.
And the selection, for example, the selection on the clothes, it helps you in the character compose?
Yes. Actually, the clothes and the makeup and all that stuff was my sister part. Like, she's my wardrobe assistant.
She does everything.
Yeah, she's the camera woman, the wardrobe, the scenario designer. Yeah, she's doing everything, but she loves that. You know, she loves this clothes and makeup, and you know, sometimes it was like, oh, how can we put you the worst clothes we have at home? You know, like the worst combination possible, because that was the idea, to make things funny. You know, like with broken teeth, and it was I think we had so much fun sometimes just preparing myself to do the takes, you know, and it was just for that, it was amazing. So, and I wear, you know, that clothes that we all have, that you don't use it for years and you don't know why you keep them, you know. So I knew why I kept them, because I used them, but the worst in my videos. It was great.
Oh, how nice. And how, I want to talk about Portugal. How is the culture in Portugal? For example, do you have a movie industry? Do you have some places to go to the theater? Which one are the cities with more theaters?
Okay, so the culture in Portugal. Well, I think culture in Portugal is not that valued as it should. Comparison to other countries in Europe, we are really the worst one. I think the government is not recognizing culture and art as an essential part of life. You know, I don't know if in Argentina it's the same, but they don't see culture or art as something important for people, and that's a huge mistake. So even now in this pandemic crisis, I think culture was one of the areas that is most affected, because theaters are closed, everything is closed, and the government is not giving any money for this area. Okay, they gave some money, but it's not enough, you know. It's horrible. And
during the pandemic, the theaters were closed, the movie theaters and the theaters were closed.
Yeah, everything was closed. They started to open now, but, you know, with a lot of restrictions, you know, and not all of the theaters are open, and so it's quite hard for this area, I have to say, nowadays in Portugal. And it was already a difficult area, you know, it was already an area that it was always struggling, you know, to have their voices and to be heard. And the actors and actresses, they are really bad paid in Portugal. So it's really an area that needs to grow up, and I think the government has to recognize culture and art as it's essential for human beings, you know, it's essential that we have these things so we can feel better. Culture and art is very important for the well-being of the people, you know. If you go to the movie, if you go to a theater, if you go to a museum, if you go to a concert, whatever, you feel good, you know. It's like you forget your routine, your problems, and we need that, and now we need that more than ever. So yeah, I think the government has to recognize that. A lot of artists, we are doing a lot of manifestations in Portugal trying to make this, that the government recognize the importance of theaters and culture in general. And yeah, but it's not easy. We have some theaters in Portugal, mainly it's like the movie industries. We also have a lot, but they are almost all centered in the capital city, Lisbon. We have then others in Porto, the second biggest city in Portugal. And then theaters, we have smaller ones in some cities. But now, you know, I think everything is focused on the big cities. Unfortunately, you know, the smaller cities, they are not receiving any theater or concerts, or it's hard. But, you know, Portugal, we have such amazing actors, producers. I don't know if we heard, we have a Portuguese. It's Ana Rocha de Souza. She won in the Venice International Festival movie. She won 2 prizes. It's great. Movie, you know, as a director. And they propose now the movie to the Oscars. Yeah.
What's the name of the movie?
Listen.
Listen.
Yeah, she lived in the UK, of course. If you want to do something different, you have to go out. I don't know if in Argentina it's the same. You have to go to the UK or to the United States. Yeah, so she was in the UK, and the movie, it's about the immigration from Portuguese people in the UK. And they are quite strict with the social work, like with the children. Like they take you away, your children, if they think they are not well treated, and they don't have reasons sometimes for that. So it's about a family struggling with this problem. It's a very, very nice movie, very touching. Yeah.
How nice. How is the feminism in Portugal? Do you have many cases of domestic violence?
Yeah, I think we have, honestly. I was listening the other days in the news, and I think we have about 11,000 cases per year. Portugal is a small country. We cannot forget that. We have 10 million citizens, so 11,000, it's a lot. And it's like 1 million for 40 cases per day, and it's a little bit worrying. And I think that with this pandemic situation, these numbers also increased, you know, like people at home all together, and, you know, so domestic violence increased also with children, which is quite, worrying. But we have some, definitely. It's more like, because Portugal is very, we have two, it's very separate. Like we have the Portugal near the sea, you know, and then the Portugal in the interior part, and the mentalities are very different from this both sides, you know. So we have a lot when people with the old mentality, you know, living in smaller cities, and when men are drinking and a lot of alcoholism, that's the biggest problem. Yeah, but we do have, unfortunately. We do have.
And for example, when you speak about the salary, a woman has the same salary and job of the opportunity as the men, or not?
Actually, I don't think we got there yet. I think we are in the good way, in the good direction. I mean, we see already women in the biggest companies with really good positions and earning the same money as men, but still the best position are men. You know what I mean? Like banks and the government, like the majority are men. And I think in some companies, if you put the man and the woman in the same position, they will pay the woman less. I think mentality is definitely changing, but we still see that. Unfortunately, we still see that. But I think it's changing. I think it's changing, and I think we are evolving, and I think the new generations are starting to see gender equally. So yeah, I think we will get there, definitely.
We're going to change the subject. Since you are a veterinarian, and I guess you must love animals, I want to ask, how do you feel about the animals here in this planet? I mean, they are protected or not?
Wow. No, they are not. They are definitely not. I think animals are treated like things, like stuff. I think we have definitely a lot of great, organizations taking care of the animals and protecting them and all of that. But still, we have a really, really, really long way to change people mentality, but it's hard, So I see in Portugal, we have a lot of like dogs and cats on the street. People are just abandoning them, but we have other examples, good examples, like Netherlands. They don't have that anymore. They were able to, to no more animals on the street, no more animals are being killed, so, but we see horrifying things with animals, I have to say. And maybe you see sometimes these videos on internet and other countries that I don't want to say the name, but that brought this virus to the planet, like they are doing horrifying things to animals. Just they don't have respect for animal life. But I think the societies you see this, they are also societies that don't have respect for human life also. I think definitely Gandhi was right when he was saying, the state of a nation when you see the way people treat the animals. Definitely that. I think how we are evolved, in the society, the better we will treat the animals, and the problem is also, I think, these organizations that are saving a lot of animals, they are also very extreme, like there is no middle term, and I think we need to have a middle term, not do too much, but not do too less, try to be more changing things slowly. But that I also think this new generation, like the millennials, I don't know if you have this idea there. I think I don't know if it's good or not, maybe it's really not good, but like they have a completely different mentality with animals. Like we were seeing that when I was still being a vet and working at the clinic, they treat the animals like children, and they are deciding not to have children. So here, guys, it's like 8 or 80. So that's what I mean, just have one kid and one dog, and just find the balance. So yeah, but I think we have a long way, and not even with dogs and cats, the farm animals, the cows, and that is a story I don't want to speak about. I don't want to look extreme.
Yes. I can imagine. So coming back to acting subject, which one are your reference, for example, in humor?
Oh, wow.
Some person
I,
you say, I'm always laughing with him or with her.
wow. I grew up with Seinfeld. I
Ah,
have to say, for me, it is, I just look at him and I immediately laugh. You know, it's like this. There is no one like Seinfeld after it. Okay, there are some now, of course. I like Kevin Hart. He has a really amazing sense of humor, and a lot of other stand-up artists. But I think Seinfeld, he was the marker, you know, for me, because it depends on the age you are. You know, I grew up in this important phase of my life, and the humor was amazing. The whole team, not only the whole team, they were all amazing. Yeah, I think Seinfeld changed the way I start seeing comedy and the way, yeah, I wanted to do that.
For example, when you think about the videos that you do, first you think in some limits on saying, oh no, I cannot say that, or not, or you don't have a limit.
Yeah, I do have limits. Yeah, I do. My sister put me a lot of limits sometimes because, yes, because, yeah, sometimes people in Portugal, we curse, we said a lot of curse words, you know, so, and, you know, the videos you have from these people giving interviews on the street, they just say, oh my God, stupid, really stupid and funny things. But my sister was like, no, you cannot say curse words. That was like the code, you know, like I will do it with you if you don't curse. And I said, okay, no worries. So yeah, I try to, you know, say similar words to the curse words. So, but yeah, that's the limit, you know. And like also with the wardrobe, we want to keep it so still at this phase. I don't know what will be in the future, but still like more, how do you say, everything more covered, you know, not too exposed. But this is the only two things we said we should keep on limits. Yeah.
How nice. So we were speaking about the pandemic in Portugal, and nowadays is everything closed, is or not? You are in quarantine?
No, we don't have a quarantine. We have some weird measures. So the government decided to first they start closing like restaurants sooner at night. Then the cities that were having more cases, they decided also to do, I don't know how to say in English, like in the evening you have to be at home until 10:30, you know, you cannot go out after 10:30 p.m. And then for 2 weekends ago, they start like closing everything at 1:00. Saturdays and Sundays. So it's weird. So maybe COVID will only attack in this time schedule, you know, between 1:00 and 5 a.m. So, you know, they are trying, you know, so, but like theaters and everything, we have some plays, but it's really more humor and comedy stuff than really, really theater plays, you know, but everything it's still very, very, very slowly, like, you know, nothing is really, they didn't do quarantine again, you know, but they are just limiting a lot, you know, limiting a lot. And I think I'm really afraid, no longer of COVID, honestly, but I'm afraid of the economical and social crisis we are going to have, you know, and we are having already, you know, so it's really worrying. Let's see. Yeah.
And how is Portugal? Can you explain us how is Portugal for the people who didn't come yet?
Wow, Portugal before the pandemic, because
Before
I
the
don't
pandemic, exactly.
I don't know how it's going to be Portugal after the pandemic. Now it sucks, but yeah, like every country in the world, it sucks because pandemic you cannot do anything, you know. So before the pandemic, okay, I will tell you from my experience. I lived in Germany for 5 years, you know, so I have something I can compare. And when I was in Germany, I missed a lot Portugal because we have an amazing weather. So it's great. We have a lot of sun hours. It's like something that I didn't understand when I went to Germany. Like they were all obsessed with the sun. Like one day with sun, they were going all outside, and I was like, why are they doing this? Then I understood, of course, because there are so many days they are just gray. You don't see the sun, the sky. It's horrible. So I think the weather, the sun, the food, oh my God, Portuguese food is one of the best in the world. We have so many typical food, and it's great. And the people I love.
Which are the typical food of Portugal?
Oh my God, bacalhau. Do you know fish? Yeah, bacalhau, rojões, tripas à moda do Porto. Oh my God, we have so many things. And it's good, and a lot of fish. We have fresh fish from the ocean. So it's really a lovely country, and I think people are genuinely nice. I think Portuguese people, they are nice and warm and caring, and we have this mentality like everything coming from outside, people, whatever, it's always better than us. So we treat people coming to visit us in holidays, like tourism. With the tourists, we treat them really well. I think we are really warm people. Yeah, and Portugal is beautiful. Not only the seaside, but the countryside. We have amazing dream places. I'm Portuguese, and I could go all my life here on vacations, and every day I would meet something different and lovely and amazing. That's how great Portugal is, I think.
How nice. I wonder, you said some words in Portuguese.
Yeah.
For the program, like, for example, I don't know, hello. Can you present yourself and give greets for our program, Artistas all over the world, in Portuguese?
Ok. Olá, eu sou a Filipa Bernardino, sou portuguesa e estou aqui no programa Artists All Over the World.
Great. Perfect. Okay, thank you so much for the interview. Now the last question. I want to what thing do you like most from your country?
The weather, definitely.
The weather.
Yes, because I lived 5 years in Germany, and that was the thing I missed most. Mm-hmm. The weather, it's definitely that.
Okay, Filipa, can you give us your social media and tell us the name of your YouTube channel?
Yes, my YouTube channel is Bomboca Gostosa. It's a spicy name, but it's not spicy. The videos are at all spicy. And then the social media, I also have a Facebook page, but it's my name. It's Filipa Bernardino. And my Instagram account is Filipa Pedro Bernardino. So you can just look for me, and you can see all the videos also there.
Thank you so much. And I hope one day you continue doing your videos, because I love that.
Yes, I will. I have already some 3 or 4, I think 5 already written. So I just have to record them.
Perfect.
Yeah, to find time between all the chaos in life, to find time to record.
Yes, I can imagine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Verónica, so much.
Thank you to everybody. And you can see us in IGTV and in YouTube channel. You can contact us from YouTube or maybe to the Instagram. Thank you.